Shalom. Allah start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, and the elders of great minister on citations to the Philet that's pushing the truth across four corners of the earth, our faith, truth, and sincerity. This I'm gonna want to buy back and give him that sitting. That's what we're going to about your so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, which are the Israelites, to not trust this so-called white man, Esau, and my devil. He is not your friend. He is your enemy. Which I'm going to read the scripture on that. But this so-called white man from years and centuries has been showing you that he is not your friend. He is your enemy. Every time you so-called Negro, Latino trust this white man, whether it be a president, whoever, or just, somebody close by, a friend, or, what it may be, or a company, whatever it may be, right? You trusting these Edomite devils, but in the end, they backstab you. You put your full trust in this so-called white man, Edomite's system, and it always backstab you, Negro, Latino, Native Israelites in the end, man. Later on down, especially in the end times of this so-called white man, Edomite's world, you sell out. You sellouts, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelite sellouts. That's side. You sided with the so-called white man, Esau and my double. You sold out to him, but in the end, you're gonna be destroyed for being buddy, or siding with the so-called white man, Esau and my devil, man. So it's not going to end well for a lot of you, 2/3 of you Israelites. But the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites is going to be, delivered, protected, because they they believe and put they believe and put their faith in lawyer about it, in the lawyer. They believe and put their faith in the lawyer the lawyer Bahashem Yahushai. Excuse me. They put their faith and trust in the lawyer Bahashem Yahushai. They didn't put their faith and trust in the so-called white man Esau, Edomite devils, man. That's in rulership right now. That's in power, in rulership. That's in control of the earth, because in the end, they're gonna be the so-called white man Esau, Edomite devils in power. They're gonna be, done away with. Their rulership is coming to an end, and the lawyer Yahushua will going to return and, put this devil so-called white man Esau, Edomites out of the power seat soon. But I'm gonna start off with Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So yeah, never trust the so-called white man devil, man. Never trust the Edomites, man. They your enemy. You have an enemy, and the so-called white man, red devil, is your enemy. I'm talking about your so-called Negro, Latino natives. The so-called white man is your enemy. Any idea or invention that you have, the so-called white man, he use you and take it, and say, I came up with this. He takes the credit for it. He don't give you credit for it. He don't give because you had so-called Negro, Latino natives that they have ideas or invention, whatever it may be, that make things better for the world, what it may be, but it'll be the white man take credit for it. So-called white man, red man, devil would take credit for it. That's why you should never trust them. And that's why you should never give your full secrets or ideas to the so-called white man Esau and my devils, because they're gonna take it and they're gonna take it from you, and like I said, and make it their own. Like I said, they smile in your face. They say, "Hey, buddy," and give you a hug and smile, but in their mind, they wanna, take you out and take what you have. But matter of fact, let me get something real quick. This Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So yeah, the so-called white man eats soda my devil. His words are like, he come up with that smooth talk, smooth, nice talking. Hey, how you doing? Hey, buddy, hey, let's be friends, But they, when you go to the word heart, the Hebrew word for the word heart is lob, which means your mind. So in their mind, the so-called white man eat my devil. They come talking all smooth to you and want to be nice and buddy. But in their mind, they want to, wars in their mind. They want to find a way to take you out of your position. Take your idea. Once they use you up, take your idea from you. Cause like I said, the so-called white people, Esau, Edomite devils, are jealous of you so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are y'all are the Israelites, and y'all are the chosen people of the Lord. They want to find a way to bring you down, take you completely out for the most part, but they ain't gonna be able to do it because Lord Yahushua ain't gonna allow them to, especially the elect. The elect of the so-called Negro, Latino natives, the 144,000 and 1/3. They ain't gonna. The Lord Yahushua ain't gonna let Esau Edomites, get touch, mess with, his elect. But 2/3 of the Israelites that sold out to the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils, hey, hey, Lord Yahushua can't protect you and deliver because you chose to side with the enemy. I can't. What I'm saying? The Lord Yahushua ain't gonna protect you or have mercy on you because you chose the side. You chose to believe in the so-called white man Esau Edomite devil. You voted for Trump or whoever. You trusting these elected officials, where it may be. And you didn't believe in the truth that the apostles and the elders and burgomaster taught. You mocked and scoffed and laughed at the prophets and men of the Lord. And you want to trust in the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils. You want to trust in this system. So in the times that we're in right now, hey, the Lord Yahushua ain't gonna protect you. He ain't gonna deliver you when he eating my devils, man. Only the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites, hopefully on power righteous number, is going to be protected by the Lord Yahushua in these times. Because the elect kept their faith in the Lord Yahushua. And 2/3 of Israelites, you put your faith and trust in the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils in the system. But in the end, it's going to backstab you. In the end, it's going to be not going to benefit you in the end, which we are in the end times now, of the so-called white man Esau Edomite world, and it's going down, as you see. This place going down. And a lot of you Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites are seeing that. But like I said, the mercies of the mercies of the Lord, this truth is still, being pushed out by the apostles and the elders and the brother Great Millstone. But it's not gonna be too much longer because, like I said, they're trying to cut off. They're trying to these Edomite so-called white devils. They're trying to get rid of the word. They're trying to get rid of the word. Or, take down. Take the Bible away. So you better get the truth while you can. They're trying to take away, the First Amendment, the right, basically what they're trying to do, speech or freedom of speech or whatever you want to say, so they could take away, the truth, the word. They don't want that. The so-called white man Esau Edomite devils, they don't deal with truth because they because they are liars, Ain't no truth in the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils, because they are the wicked. And the so-called Negro, Latino natives, which are the Israelites, are the righteous ones. Starting with the elect of the Israelites, of the so-called Negro, Latino natives. But so I'm go back. Go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching. Excuse me. Matter of fact, hold on. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped it a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped it away. So though the so-called white man, Esau my devil, go humble himself, though he gonna humble himself and go crouch and take good heed and beware of him. So beware of the so-called white man, Esau my devils, like I say. You devils, they come at you nice and buddy, whatever it may be. Try to make friends with you, but in the end, they're gonna backstab you. They're gonna take what you got. They'll hug you and say, hey, you're my friend. This is my friend. You are, I got you, man. We're gonna, be friends until the end, We're gonna, we're gonna be best friends, And then, backstab you and take your idea, invention, whatever it may be, and say, I came up with this, and lie. And give you no credit, and give you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelite no credit for the idea or invention or whatever it may be, They say, I did this. It was me. That's why you gotta be, beware of him, man. Because like I say, this devil wickedness in his ways, he's still who he is. He's not gonna change. He's the light. The so-called white people, Esau and my devils, are liars. They are murderers, thieves. They are who they are. They're not gonna change who they is. Matter of fact, let me get something real quick. This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So, yeah, man. So if Ethiopian can't change his skin, the leper can't change his spots. And you know what I'm saying? Then ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So the so-called white man, Esau my devil, is the same old devil, man. That's who he is. He ain't gonna change who he is. He's just a wicked devil. He's accustomed to do evil, wickedness. That's what they are. It's in their DNA. They can't help it. They love blood. They love violence. It's in them. So why would you trust somebody like that? And their history says, and you still trust it. You still want to feed into that lying, smooth talking devil, man. Oh, it's okay. I love you. I love you, black man. I love you, black and brown man. Give me a hug. And put a damn knife in your back. Because you fell into the trap. Or a snake bite. The poisonous snake bite. Which a lot of you so-called Negro, Latino, it's not a lot of you. And it's not all of you, but mostly so-called Negro, Latinos that, in 2020 took that snake bite. And a lot of, not a lot of you, but most of you, so, ain't here today, because of it. Because y'all trusting that snake bite, and a lot of y'all not here, right? And a lot of more y'all ain't gonna, believe in the trust so-called white man Esau and my devil is gonna be, destroyed, be getting put to death. Trusting the so-called white man Esau and my devils, and instead of not trusting in the Lord Yahweh, not trusting in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and not listening to the apostles and Ellsberg and Stone warning you, hey, be careful. Don't trust the so-called white man Esau and my what he's saying or telling you on the news or what it may be. You really gotta do your research and really, and just trust in Lord Yahweh, pray to Lord Yahweh, for guidance, and for answer about, a certain situation, what it may be. And I'm saying, and listen to the apostles of Ellsberg and the Ellsberg Great Millstone when something come up in the spirit of Lord Yahweh to warn you and listen, warning you of something that's coming, or what's going on. To don't trust that situation. Don't listen to that. Don't take that snake bite or whatever it may be. especially the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. The apostles and elders, Berg, Stone, men, Lord, to teach that, that an RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Don't take it. Don't take that RFID chip. It is the mark of the beast. But because I ain't want to make this too long. Let's see. Go back. It's Ecclesiastes 12:12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So you gotta be careful of this so-called white man Edomite devil. Don't let him come close to you and get too close to you and be buddy. Because like I said, he gonna try to take your spot. He gonna try to take what's yours and make it his, right? That's history, man. Jake would come up with some type of idea, invention, or what it may be, and that's really good. And the so-called white man Edomite devils would take that and make it his, and then blackball you, whatever it may be, to get you out the way or kill you off. So. So you gotta be careful, man. Not trusting the so-called white man Edomite devils, man. They are your enemy. They are not your friend. They hate you. They envy you. They're jealous of you. They are jealous of you, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. But I'm seeing some more on this. Think about it. Yeah. So that's it. Let's see, let's make sure it's like it. Cause I ain't want to make this too long. I just want to go into that. Yeah. So I didn't want to make this too long. So yeah. So that's it. So again, I like all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kagadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakan brothers, to the few Aqua